All right, thanks, Tyler. Tonight, an investigation is underway in Montgomery County after Arkansas State Police found human remains near a home in Mount Ida. Police say they were called in to help with a missing persons case Saturday and found evidence of foul play. That led them to the home in Mount Ida where they found the remains. Not much information is available at this time, but we do know a suspect has been charged with second-degree battery, kidnapping, and tampering with physical evidence. Tonight, ASP is asking for help finding a black GMC Terrain with the license plate AEV26R. In Garland County, ASP is also investigating a crash involving Sheriff Deputy Gavin Mason. They say he was driving on Martin Luther King Expressway around 4:30 this morning when a car going the opposite direction drove over the center line, crashing into his car head-on. The impact caused the patrol car to turn over. Police tell us he has serious but non-life-threatening injuries. They say the driver of the other car died in the crash, and tonight ASP is still working to learn more. The search for Grant Hardin is over after the former police chief of Gateway was taken back into custody Friday afternoon. Today marks 2 weeks since his escape, and now that he's been caught, not only is he back behind bars, but he's in Varner Supermax in gold. This is a look at the moment he was taken back into custody. U.S. Border Patrol says he was captured within 1.5 miles of the prison he escaped from in Calico Rock. They also say they were able to find him thanks to the sharp noses of tracking dogs and the relentless efforts of Arkansas law enforcement and U.S. Border Patrol. This is where he was tracked down near Moccasin Creek in Izard County, and you can see it's not far from the prison. The Corrections Department tells us they searched the area before, but high waters made for a difficult attempt. This is where he now sits in gold. The DOC says he will be interviewed in the coming days as they look to uncover more information on how he spent those 12 days on the run. Today marks the third day of protests in Los Angeles following nationwide ramped-up immigration raids, including across Southern California. As CBS's Christian Benavidez reports, the National Guard is now on scene and U.S. Marines are on standby.
Another day of violent protests in Los Angeles. Sunday, police faced off with demonstrators outside a federal immigration building. Cars were set on fire and vandalized. A large group of protesters also blocked LA's 101 freeway, one of the busiest freeways in California. LA Mayor Karen Bass urged demonstrators to remain peaceful and blasted the Trump administration over its deployment of National Guard troops.
Deploying federalized troops is a dangerous escalation, but we need to be real about this. This is about another agenda. It's not about public safety.
President Trump deployed 2,000 National Guard troops using rare federal powers to bypass the state's Governor Gavin Newsom, who wrote on X that he has formally requested the Trump administration rescind their unlawful deployment of troops in Los Angeles County. Speaking to reporters Sunday, Trump did not rule out sending active duty Marines to Los Angeles.
If we see danger to our country and to our citizens, we'll be very, very strong in terms of law and order. It's about law and order.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem on Face the Nation.
President Trump is putting the safety of the communities that are being impacted by these riots and by these protests that have turned violent. And he's putting the safety of our law enforcement officers first.
Internal data obtained by CBS News shows over the past week, ICE averaged over 1,500 daily arrests, a 127% increase from President Trump's first 100 days in office. Christian Benavidez, CBS News.
That bow echo continues to turn more to the south, so once again, looks like it'll clip southwest Arkansas. It may miss southwest Arkansas entirely. But I'll have a look at future radar and also talk about some dry weather coming up in my 7-day forecast.